Jack, what are you doing? Those deer ain't scared of you. You have to go in the house, Jack, and try and make a video. Come here, Jack. You have to stay there for a little bit, Jack. He doesn't get those deer aren't afraid of him anymore. Anyway, back to the main purpose of today's video. Just gonna make a little update video on the cars, and you're probably reading from the title and you can see on the thumbnail, I got a new truck, or new to me. So I traded in the Dodge. They gave me a pretty good deal on it. The thing was just starting to rust really bad. I don't know, it's just time to move on to something bigger and better and redder. So this is I probably won't go too in depth until I make it its own video. Just figure I'd use it and make a little update video on the Mustang and Thunderbird, but a little sneak peek of Mustang, what's coming up on it. But so this is a 2014 Ford F-150 STX 4-wheel drive extended cabin race red. You know, I pick up on a few things that has done to it. But just give a little walk around. See, just quick little things about the truck. It's like I said, it's 2014. Its color is race red. It's a STX. I'm not sure on these I guess the STX includes the sport package to give it the color match bumper, so it has the race red bumpers, and instead of the chrome like my dad's truck has the chrome package, and his is XLT. But see, this is the 5-liter Coyote V8, unlike my dad's is a 3.5 EcoBoost. So I'll run into just a few little things about it. It has aftermarket fog lights, LED fog lights. The dealership put these factory headlights in it. It had some aftermarket smoked halo looking headlights, but they said it failed inspections, so they put these factory ones back in. It has a Weathertech hood guard or bug guard, whatever you want to call it. I like this because it's low profile. Like a lot of ones you see, they stick up really high. I just don't like them. Has the F-150 hood decal. I've seen these on American Muscle. Has a little short antenna. Has a FX4 F-150 red decals. A little different color. I don't know if you can tell in the video, they're a little different color than the race red, but get a little distance. I mean, they look really good. So nice little touch. You can probably tell the windows are tinted. I don't know what tint they have on them. Coming on back to the back, I like these taillights, kind of the factory look, but smoked, and this area through here is just darker. I'll compare them to show you on my dad's truck. Sorry, so these are the taillights on my dad's 2013 or 2012, sorry, XLT EcoBoost. They got all this chrome, and you know, they're not smoked, so they're really red, and it looks all right. I like the smoked look, but still keeping the factory look. I don't like the taillights that have a whole bunch of little individual LEDs. I've just never been big on that look. But yeah, back to my truck. Yeah, here's just another little quick look at the taillights on my truck. It has a smoked LED third brake light. It has a drop-in bed liner, as well as a bed mat, which I like because I've not tried it with anything on this bed mat, but I know these drop-in bed liners can get real slick, and they have deer blood or snow or anything on them. I'd like to get a spray-in bed liner at some point, like my dad's truck has. Maybe a tonneau cover for it. They're pretty handy. But as you can see, it has the red F-150 badge back here too. Got it from Duncan Ford Lincoln in Blacksburg, Virginia. They did me pretty good. They gave me a good price on my Dodge and gave me a fair deal on this, and was able to work it all out. You might can tell it has an aftermarket exhaust. I'll get more into that in the full review. It has aftermarket wheels. These are Vision. I'm not sure of the exact model of what kind of Vision wheels these are, but has brand new BF Goodrich 275 55 R20s. So these are a 20-inch wheel. They look pretty good, but they are a nightmare to clean. I've done clean this truck once. It's a little dirty now. You'll probably pick up on some of that. Yeah, you can see that dust. Fortunately, that's not flake, but yeah, it's finally dried out here. That's why you'll see these cars are really dirty here in a minute, but it's just been real rainy around here. It's finally dried out and the sun's coming out, but now everything's getting real dusty. But just moving on, has like the running boards. I think these are the factory. You may say Ford on them, but black versus my dad's is. I compared a lot to my dad's because his is pretty close. His 2012 XLT, his EcoBoost, his has chrome package, and his of course magnetic gray, whereas mine is race red. But see a little quick view of the interior. Pretty basic, a lot nicer than my Dodge was. I like the single cab for how easy it is to just zip around town and stuff, but having a back seat is definitely nice. Front and back windows are powered. It's got power mirrors, so it's nice. It has air conditioning at work. I can't remember if I said that in my Dodge video, but my air conditioning did not work in my Dodge. My heat worked okay, but the air conditioning didn't work at all, and it had manual windows, so I could only roll down one window. I could roll down both of them, but if it started raining or anything, I had tried to scoot over there and roll that one back up real quick, so that was kind of a pain. But yeah, it has WeatherTech tray style floor mats in the front and in the back to go with the WeatherTech bug guard up front. Has just the don't have the touch screen radio or nothing, just a little basic radio with sync, but I've been working on it. I like it. Trying and figuring out how it works and everything. Grab my key and I'll show you miles on it. Alright, so as you can see here, just has the basic, doesn't have the fancy screen or anything. Just basic, tells you your odometer. And I think my key actually has to, maybe it'll tell me stuff now. See, it tells you 428 miles to empty, your average MPG. If you're getting good or bad, it'll have kind of like little signal bars that go up and down. Timer, off, trip A, B, back to your miles to empty. It has 61,864.8 miles. I've done put about 350 miles on this truck. I bought it a week ago today. I've owned it a week. Drove it around, drove it to work last week. Church on Sunday. Just driving it around, enjoying it. The tinted windows do make it pretty nice in here. Keep it nice and shady. Yeah, I'll get more into it, like I said, in the full review. One thing I will touch on that I really like that my Dodge didn't have, just has a console. My Dodge didn't have a console. It was a single cab. It had the split bench seat, which was fine, but I wish it had the bench seat with the storage in the top, because I had no storage in that Dodge at all. But see, back on the outside. Touch on one more thing real quick. Let's see if the camera picking up. Yeah, has pretty good stance to it. I like it. Has a little bit of poke, but not too much out past the fenders. But that's pretty much it for the general overview of my 2014 STX F-150. One thing people might have noticed, it doesn't have STX 4x4 or anything badges on it or decals on the bed. I think the previous owner probably took them off because he probably had OCD like I do, and where these aftermarket badges say FX4 and then it'd be STX, two different trim levels, that probably drove him crazy. But yeah, it should be about it for this truck. Now we'll move on to the updates on the cars, and we'll start off with the Thunderbird. Here we are at the back of the Thunderbird. I know I said in my review video of this that when it came tax time I was going to be putting a aftermarket exhaust on it, headers all the way back. Well, that money kind of went somewhere else. They're coming. I don't know when they're coming. Might be coming soon, and I'll explain that in a minute. They might not come for a little while. But one thing that is coming right now, I said in my Thunderbird video that this car has 308 gears. I was wrong. I looked up the code. It actually has 327 limited slip, and those are pretty good. But I'll show you what I got for it here. So I ordered a set of, pull this box out so you can see it better. Ford Performance 373 ring and pinion. Has the full, this is the master install kit from Late Model Restoration. It's said to fit all 8.8 Ford rear ends. So it comes with your ring and pinion, and down there's all your, this box underneath is all your gaskets and everything of that nature. You got your, come with royal purple high performance gear oil, two bottles of that. Comes with additive friction modifier, and then this comes from Super Coupe Performance. This is the little gear to correct your speedometer when you go from the 327s to 373s. So your speedometer, read right. That's one thing. Whoever had that Mustang put the 373s, they didn't recalibrate the speedometer, so it reads about 10 off. So when you're running 60, it shows you're running 70 on the speedometer. And I just kind of figured it was like 20 bucks for those gears from Super Coupe Performance. So I went ahead and got those. About it on updates for the Thunderbird. Now we'll get into the Mustang. Alright, so now we'll move on to the Mustang. I'm sure you can already tell if you've watched my other Mustang videos or seen this in other videos in the background. It looks significantly different. I've done quite a few things to it. One I made a video on, but I just couldn't really get to where I liked it. And there's a billion videos on YouTube about it, so I just decided to scrap mine, including this in this video. But I did a Mach 1 chin spoiler and grill delete. Good simple little mod. Changes the appearance of it. And I don't think I decided last time what I was going to get, but as you can tell now I have, because they're on there. But I went with, from Late Model Restoration, I got the SVE 0304 Terminator style Cobra wheels, and the red SVE center caps to go with the red fire paint on the car. I really like them. They're I went with 9s all the way around because this car doesn't make a whole lot of power. I don't really plan on giving it too awful much power, so I figured the 10s with the 315s was a little bit overkill. Stance would have been better, traction would have been better, but I mean, this car is not perfect, so I like to do burnouts and stuff with it. And I just think, I don't know, 315s I imagine would be harder to spin than these, which are 275/40 R17s all the way around. I'll throw up a couple of pictures right here of the car when it was clean. I'm going to clean the Mustang and the Thunderbird probably right after this video. It's just a quick little update video. You've seen the Mustang lettering on the back, but I like these wheels. I think they look good. I think the chin spoiler grill delete looks good. But now we'll talk about what I was talking about earlier with the Thunderbird exhaust. Alright, so the deal with the Thunderbird exhaust is the Thunderbird might be getting its full build. I'm thinking about selling my 2004 Mustang GT. It's been a good car. I've kind of got bored of it. I've thought about just selling it or trading it, or get a Fox body or a some kind of other older Ford, a Torino or Galaxy, old F-150 or something like that. Or sell it and I could put all the money into this Thunderbird I'm wanting to do. Trick flow, head swap, cams, intake, all that good stuff. Everything that goes along with it. I've seen people say they make, with that and a full exhaust and everything that goes with all that, making up to $350 to the wheel. That's pretty good. That'd put me right about where my goal is for this car. Don't really care to make this car just a complete rocket, but I think 350 horsepower of the wheel, this thing would scoop pretty good for what it is and for around here. So it might still be getting its full exhaust and everything soon, because I'd probably go with the exhaust first. But that's where I'm at with that. I might keep the Mustang for a little while longer, drive it, modify it. Might decide to just keep it for a long time, but I've been kind of throwing the idea around of selling it and either putting the money into that, like I said, or getting something else. Because I mean, that's a 2-valve 4.6, and that's a 2-valve 4.6. Motor's a little different. That's a Windsor, that's a Romeo. That has 205. That has, 260 crank, 230 to the 230, about 225 to the wheel since it's an automatic. So, and they're even almost the same color, as you can tell. It's red fire. So I mean, they're pretty close. So that one's a little brighter than that one, but believe it or not, by the way, red is not my favorite color on a vehicle. If I painted all of these any color but red, I'd paint them all white. I think white, just can't go wrong with white. It looks good on just about everything. It's like black, but black's a lot harder to keep clean. So, but I think that's about all I got. Like I said, probably sooner this week. I gotta go to work tomorrow, but then I'm off for 2 days, so I'll probably clean this truck up, make a full in-depth review of it, go over everything it has. It's got a few extra little goodies on it, so but yeah, that should be about all I got for y'all. See y'all next video.